Well, good morning everyone. How you doing? It's another day, it's another show. We got an avalanche. This one is in for a couple reasons. One, they wanted a new radio. Two, they don't have any sound. So they thought by replacing the radio, they'd get new sound. Makes sense until we went out there, of course, and noticed that it has a Bose system. Now the question is it the radio? Is it the amp? Is it the speakers? Because in these GMs, these speakers like to just drop out for no reason. We've literally had a guy leave his house, call us up and say, hey man, I was driving on the road and I lost all my sound. All the speakers died on the same day. Craziest thing ever. So it's possible. We know that's possible. What we're gonna test first is to find out what is going on with the speakers. Fernando went ahead and took the door off. We have the speaker on the bench. It's right here. Now in the car, this speaker had no sound. On the bench, it clearly has sound. Now what we're going to do is we're going to come over to the door, and there was no sound when we pulled it in, which was a good thing because it cuts in and out. So now we have the RTA hooked up and we're reading what's coming out of the radio, or should I say the Bose amplifier, and as you can see, there's nothing, straight up dead. All right, so what this is telling us is that it's the amp. The amp is dead or the radio's dead. Either way, it's the electronic side of things, not the audio side of things. Not the end of the world. He was already prepared to put new speakers in it because he's like, man, those things sounded terrible. They're old. This is like a 2004 or 5. He's due for new speakers. What we're going to do is we're going to put in a new radio and 4 new speakers. Bypass that Bose amplifier. Now we talked to him about the subwoofer because this does have a subwoofer in the center console. He's not concerned with that. He knows at a later date if he wants, he could buy like that Alpine little tiny mini brick amp to amplify it. But right now he's like, dude, all I want is some sound and I want to be able to play my smartphone, have some Bluetooth. We're going to upgrade it. Everyone out there, let's get going on this journey of bypassing a Bose amplifier. Lots of fun. So for putting the speakers inside of this guy, we're going to use these right here. This is the BKGM SB345. That's these guys right here. This is like a universal, so they have 2 different tabs depending on the year. So they have, it can go this way or it can go this way, meaning this would be the top here, that would be the bottom. For this one, it goes with this big clip on the top, clips in like this, and then this snaps into place. Then you just sand off the unused portions and snap the speaker in place. Now as always, we're going ahead and put some foam on it so that it's plastic on metal, it won't rattle. And then he's going to get these guys here. I guess he's going with some Kicker CSC 65s. Now inside the car, let's talk about the Bose amplifier. If you pull the cup holder out here, you'll notice this big giant plug that's right here. This is the main wiring harness that goes back into the center console. This is also one of the places where the wiring is for the amplifier. If you yank this out, you'll see all the familiar colors: light green, light blue, dark blue, yellow, brown, tan, and gray. They'll all be right here. However, if you pull the armrest out, this is the amplifier right here. And this plug in particular is the speaker output plug. Now this plug here is just a standard GM style plug, and all your speaker wires are right here. So if you don't want to cut it, you can get it all right here. And that's what we're going to do today. We're going to concentrate on this plug. So we do need to go grab a couple parts so we can make that happen. Alright, so to make the bypass for the amplifier, we're going to need one of 2 harnesses. We're either going to need a BHA 2002 or BHA 2003. And the reason why it doesn't matter is because all we're interested in is this housing here. We're going to pull all these wires out and relocate them. So we've got a couple we've already got out of the bag, so we're going to go ahead and just take this whole thing apart. To do that, you want to remove this portion of the plugs first. Alright, so to get these pins out of this, what you want to do is take a pin extraction tool or a really thin flathead screwdriver, and you just come in through the front and push down. What that'll do is there's a little tongue in here, and as this travels into it like this, it'll go ahead and push that little tongue down so you can remove the wire. Okay, so now then separate them into groups of matching colors, and even the power wires, you're going to want all of them, so go ahead and separate them into groups. Alright, so now we'll go ahead and we'll take that little tooth that we pushed down. We want to go back through and make sure we push that up a little bit so that these things will stick in place. Alright, so we'll take our 8 speaker wires and we're going to take these into the car. Now what we want to do is just take this plug and go ahead and plug it into here. So we want to separate these wires out here. These guys right here, the ones we mentioned earlier. These are our 4 speaker wires. We want to go here. This is passenger front, and the dark green is gray with a black stripe. So we want to come over and grab our gray with black stripe. We're going to go ahead and put it into the first hole, put it in and pull it, and then we'll go to the next one, which is just going to be straight up gray. So next we have gray, which is going to be white black, and then we have white that follows that. Then we have light blue, which is going to be purple with a black stripe, and purple. And then we have yellow, which is going to be green with a black stripe, and then green. So if you picked up a pattern, it goes negative, positive, negative, positive, negative, positive, negative, positive. All right, so now they're all good. Let's go ahead and take this over to the bench. All right, if you notice these might be a little loose, what you want to do now is go ahead and put the dark gray locking mechanism in place and go ahead and give each one of them a little yanking. All right, don't put this side. We still have 6 of these here that we're gonna use. Unfortunately, we need 8. One of 2 things you can do. So the harness that you're gonna use to plug in to interface with the radio, it has 3 wires that may be questionable. You have an orange white. So if you're not worried about illumination, you can depin both of those and use those. And then you have the blue, which is the amplifier / amplified antenna turn on. Certain cars will need this, other cars won't. That's up to you. Or the second choice, which is what I prefer, is just grab another plug. We're just gonna go ahead and take some wires out of this. Now keep in mind, you can always just cut the wire and solder them on. That's entirely up to you. All right, so we're just gonna go ahead and pull out our 8 speaker wires here. What you'd wanna do is save all these parts, because if you get another one in, you can use these parts. Let's take these back into the car. So now what we wanna do is separate to the opposite side. These colors here, we want to get to these guys. These are going to be the inputs from the radio. Go ahead and put our plug back in. So we want to come over here and we want to grab the tan and the dark green, which are going to be right next to one another. These 2 guys right here is going to be our white. That is going to be the 4th input over. So we'll go ahead and unplug this. We'll come here and we'll come into 4, plug that in. Next to that is going to be the negative. Then we have next to it is a light green orange, a light green, and an orange black. Light green is going to be gray, and next to that will be gray black. And then we're going to move to the other end of the plug, these wires here. We have black and blue. Black, which is 2 pins over, just like the other side, is going to be purple black. Next to that will be purple, and then green white is going to be green black, and then green. So there again, it goes negative, positive, negative, positive, negative, positive, negative, positive. Let's go ahead and take this over to the bench. All right, once you get it all plugged in, go ahead and test the wires to make sure that they're all nice and tight, and then look at the pins and make sure all the pins are straight. If they're not, go ahead and bend them back straight. Now all we have to do is match up all our colors, solder them together, and click it in. And what we've done is essentially made a bypass for the Bose amp. All right, so there you go. Now we have a nice Bose amp bypass. Zip tie it up, put some tape on it, do whatever you like. So we have the driver front, passenger front. Fernando is actually working on the driver's rear, so we're gonna skip that one. Passenger rear. All right, so we have all the speakers now. And the nice thing about doing it this way, the tweeters will still play. Otherwise, there is a harness back here. There's a gray harness hidden right here that you can unplug and actually bypass the door portion of the radio. The problem is the tweeters won't play. So if you want to retain the tweeters, then you have to go into the right side and left side of the dash and tee the tweeters back in. This, you don't have to do any of that rewiring. Let's go ahead and get this wired up to the radio, get this thing in. So for this install, we're putting in a Pioneer radio. For the dash kit, we're using the BKGMK 422. It's the best kits, double DIN dash kit for this car. Comes with a bunch of pieces. This guy right here, which you're not gonna need. The front piece here, this one, and then of course the 2 wings that go on the side. First thing you wanna do is grab this kit and cut off these 4 little eyelets. You don't need them. Next, grab the winglet with the R on it right here. Go ahead and remove the backmost piece here. The next 2, which are here by the holes, and this long one that sticks out and does a weird thing. I don't know what that's for. So you're gonna end up with is just this guy right here. Go ahead and click that on. You can click it on to either side, it doesn't matter. It's the same both ways, so just pick one side, clip it on. So grab the 1 remaining piece. There's this little guy right here. That piece you're gonna wanna cut off. There again, go to the backmost piece, break that off. The 2 middle pieces, remove those. And so what you end up with is this guy right here in the middle. Snap that on. Set your radio up. 2 screws go on the driver's side, or you could just go for where it says L. These kits come with a nice bag of screws. If you're doing something that needs a coarse thread like this guy right here, you're all set. Kenwood and Alpine and JVC, you're gonna wanna crack open the bags that come in those radios. Check your gapping. Make sure your radio's in the kit straight. Make minor adjustments until it is. What happens a lot of the times as you're tightening these screws, it actually starts to twist the kit. So that's why you constantly have to look at it until the very last screw. This is all set. So for this install, because we're not retaining OnStar, we're not retaining Bose, really we're not retaining anything other than we just need this thing to turn on and off with the key and stay on until we open the door and go ding ding ding. We're going to use the LCGM 24. This is the minimalist unit you could use for this type of an install, because really all it does is retain those three things. This guy right here, we're not putting in a backup camera or anything like that, so we don't have to add a relay to it. But if we were, we definitely would have to, because this guy only puts out 1 amp of output. Since we were already in the car plugging this in and unplugging it a bunch of times, went ahead and checked. The one wire that this doesn't have in the car is this orange white. It does have an orange for illumination control, so this we can hook up our orange white to this. When you turn on and off the lights, it'll go ahead and dim the radio. It does not have this one though, so we're just gonna go ahead and remove it. You could depin it, like I said, use it for the other application if you want. We'll just pull it out for now. Other than that, the only other thing that might be weird is it has a blue. That's gonna get hooked up to the blue white. All right, let's just go ahead and put this together. We have the harness all set, we have the antenna adapter, and we have the radio. Let's go ahead and get this put in the car and get the car put all back together, see how it sounds. Oh, there's a penny in here. All right, let's see if I can get that out. All right, got it, penny. Gotta love kids. So everything is working, we have sound, that's a good thing. We're done with it. Fernando.
On to the next one.
Yeah, that.